Saladin here from Love Life Yarn. Today we're going to be crocheting these marshmallow bunnies. I made a couple of these in the Bernat blanket yarn, and then I tried it out with a skein of Premier Parfait Chunky and different size a little bit here, but same pattern, same hook, and they turned out super cute. My kids are already begging for these. I told them they're going to have to wait for Easter. So all single crochet, we'll make a front, we'll make a back, and they're exactly the same. So I'm just going to show you one side, and then I'm going to show you how to put on the safety eyes, and then single crochet around and put the stuffing in, and they work up really fast and make great little Easter basket, Easter stuffers. So, and you can also get a little pom-pom, put on the back right here if you like, totally up to you. But either way, turned out really cute. I'm really happy with these guys. I'd love to make some more. So are you ready? Let's get started. Materials you need for this project include either a Bernat blanket yarn or a Parfait Chunky or a yarn similar to these, a size K, which is a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook, a yarn needle for weaving in some ends, a pair of scissors, some fiber fill, I'll be using more than this, and some safety eyes. I like to buy these inexpensive kits off Amazon where I can get multiple sizes. I ended up using the largest ones for the Bernat blanket yarn and these a little bit smaller for my Parfait Chunky. So it really just depends. It's nice to have some different options. So you can pick these up really inexpensively on Amazon or just buy some regular safety eyes. All right, to begin, I'm going to be using the Bernat blanket, and I've already made the other side. So I'm making one that's the front. So go ahead and make your slip knot and chain 8. All right, here's my chain, and normally I work in the back of a chain. So back here, I would work in the back bumps, but for this, I found it was really easy to just go into one loop right here. So starting in the second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet in each stitch. So you should end this row with 7 stitches. All right, for row 2, you're going to chain 1. We're going to increase in the first and last stitch. So right here, work 2 single crochet into this first single crochet, and then 1 single crochet in each stitch across until you reach the very last stitch. When you reach the last stitch, we're almost there. Okay, 1 more regular single crochet. And now we're going to work 2 single crochet in our last. So during our video, when I say we're going to increase, that just simply means to work 2 single crochet in the same stitch. And now we have 9 stitches. And we're going to repeat that. So we're going to increase in the first. So work 2 single crochets here. Single crochet down to the last stitch. And work 2 single crochet in your last stitch, and you should now have a total of 11 stitches. Row 4 is going to be the same. We're going to increase in the very first stitch and the very last, and you should have a total of 13 stitches at the end of this row. Now for rows 5 through 7, you're simply going to single crochet, so chain 1 and single crochet 1 stitch in each stitch across. So you'll have 3 more rows that work 13 stitches. All right, for row 8, we're going to start decreasing now. So you can see I worked my 3 rows there of regular single crochet. So now we're going to chain 1, single crochet 2 together in the first stitches. So pull up a loop in the first stitch, pull up a loop in the second stitch, yarn over, and pull through 3 loops. And now we're going to, if my yarn will cooperate, single crochet to the last 2 stitches. You can work an invisible single crochet if you feel more comfortable with that and you're familiar with amigurumi. That's perfectly acceptable here. Otherwise, a regular single crochet is fine. It really doesn't make much of a difference with this type of yarn. So keep going all the way down to the last 2 stitches, and then we're going to single crochet 2 together down at the end. And my yarn is not cooperating today at all. All right, in these last 2 stitches, we're going to work the single crochet 2 together. So I'm going to pull up a loop and pull up another loop and draw through all 3 loops. All right, for our next row, we're going to just simply single crochet in each stitch. So go ahead and chain 1 and just single crochet. You'll have 11 stitches because you just decreased 2 in the last row. So single crochet all the way to the end. All right, here we are, and I've worked that row even, and now the next 2 rows we're going to be decreasing for the neck. So you'll single crochet 2 together, single crochet to the last 2 stitches. On row 10, we'll have 9 stitches, so this is what we're working on now. So keep going down to the end, to the last 2 stitches. And now we'll single crochet 2 together. And there's row 10. And now we're going to repeat that for row 11, which will be the neck, the skinniest part, and it's going to have 7 stitches when you finish this row. All right, so you can see we've already completed the body part. Here's the other one I've already made. So we're right here at the neck, the thinnest part, and we're going to start increasing for the head portion. So you can see it works up really fast, and we're more than halfway done with the actually creating the body portion here. So now we're going to increase, so work 2 single crochet in the first single, and then single crochet to the last stitch. And we're going to work an increase here too, so 2 single crochet in the last stitch for a total of 9 stitches. And for our next row, which is row 13, we're just going to evenly single crochet in each stitch, so 9 single crochet still. All right, row 14, we are going to increase again, so we're going to work to 11 stitches, so work 2 stitches in the first stitch, single crochet to the last stitch, and now we're going to increase, so work 2 single crochet in this last stitch. We'll have 11 stitches. And for rows 15 and 16, we're going to work even, so chain 1 and single crochet evenly across. You'll have 11 stitches still in both rows 15 and 16. All right, for row 17, we're going to take it down a little bit here. So we're going to do a decrease row. So single crochet 2 together, single crochet all the way to the last 2 stitches, and single crochet 2 together in the last 2 stitches right here. So we're going to single crochet 2 together, and that'll end up with 9 stitches. And so for our last row, row 18 of the body, before we get to the ears, you just single crochet in each stitch. All right, now we're ready to work the ears, and they're going to work out away from the body a little bit. So this may look a little strange till you get it finished. But this first ear, go ahead and single crochet 2 together, and then single crochet 2 more. So we're going to have 3 stitches for each ear. Okay, but as to make it shaped outwardly, we're going to go ahead and turn, but do not chain 1 yet. Go ahead and slip stitch in this first stitch, chain 1, single crochet, and work 2 single crochet in this last stitch so that we have our 3 stitches. Now chain 1 and single crochet 3 across. You can see how it's that kind of moving here. Don't work in that slip stitch. Make sure you only have 3 stitches. And now we're going to repeat that. So slip stitch, chain 1, single crochet, 2 single crochet in the last stitch, turn, chain 1. You see it's angling out. This is what it's supposed to be doing. Single crochet 3. And for our final row of the ear, you're going to slip stitch and single crochet 2. All right, this ear is finished. As you can see, I said it goes away from the body. We're going to cut the yarn and fasten off. And we'll work the second ear. It's also going to angle away, but the opposite direction. So grab your yarn, skip this stitch right in the very center. Okay, and we're going to join the yarn in the next stitch. So just pull the yarn through, chain 1, single crochet in that same stitch and the next stitch, and then work a single crochet 2 together in the last 2. Okay, so we have our 3 stitches. This side has to be worked a little bit differently. So since it's angled the opposite direction, we're going to chain 1. You're going to increase in the first stitch. So 2 single crochet there, and single crochet in the next stitch. Leave this one unworked because we're just working 3 stitches. Chain 1 and single crochet 3. And now repeat. So we'll chain 1, 2 single crochet in the first stitch, and then single crochet 1. And then turn, chain 1, single crochet 3. And for our last row, we're going to chain 1 and just single crochet 2. Now, if this is the first one you're making, go ahead and cut the yarn and fasten off. I've already made mine, so I'm going to leave my yarn attached so that I can work the 2 together. with one less end to worry about. So I'm leaving this attached here, but if it was my first one, I would fasten off. Now we're going to put on some safety eyes. I'm going to make, this is going to be the front because I want to have the front side facing me when I single crochet 2 together, and this one already has the yarn attached. So let me grab my safety eyes here, and I noticed I liked mine. I played around with it for a long time. Over here, pretty close to the edge of the ear, and then a stitch down as well from this side of the ear. Put it through, 2 eyes there, and then a nose. I modeled it after, you know, the Easter candy, and it had the same eyes and nose, like the same size. And here's the one I already finished. Looks like I used a larger eye and nose on him, so I'm going to change these out. Kind of like the larger eyes. They use the smaller eyes on the one that I made with the Premier Chunky, Parfait Chunky yarn. So I'm going to try to use the same one with this one since it's going to be a companion to it. I'm going to give it to my boys for Easter. I have 2 boys that absolutely adore stuffed animals. And you could leave a smaller nose. You could do that, but I'm going to use the same one. I use them all the same size. So just put those there. And then grab, you know, once you figure out that's where you want it, grab the backs. You can see here's my smaller eyes for my more chenille type yarn there because it turned out a little smaller, which is fun. So I'm going to grab the backs and we're going to put the backs on. All right, I just keep my backs in a little jar like this. I'm going to pull out 3 of these, and let's get these secured. If you were doing this for a smaller child, obviously you want to embroider them. Do not use safety eyes for a very small child, but my youngest is 7, so I'm not worried about safety eyes with him, and my other son I'm giving to is 9. So I'm going to go ahead and push these on. Now you can't hear it because I'm doing a voiceover with this, but there's a good snap when these go on. So you'll hear it actually snap. So this first one didn't, so let's do that. And this last one. So make sure they are nice and secure. Okay, nothing worse than it falling out after it's all done. So this is one that's done. I put a decent amount of stuffing in this little guy. So we're going to be doing the outer part and the stuffing now. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the 2 pieces and put the wrong sides together. It's really not as much of a difference. If you wanted to line them up where they're both exactly the same, you can do that. The ears are a tiny bit different, but once you single crochet around them, it really does not make much of a difference. So I like to go ahead and put them back to back, pretty much if you think of it, the wrong sides. So go ahead and connect them. So I'm going to draw this, get all my yarns going here, and pull through. Now, all the yarn tails, what I do is I just keep them inside. So I'm going to push that down inside there. Chain 1, and we're just going to single crochet all the way around this little guy. Okay, now, but right here at the top of the ear, make sure you go through both there. To turn the corner, I'm going to do 3 single crochet. And then I'm just going to work my way down. Okay, oh, didn't pull all the way through. There we go. Work it into the rows. Like, you should be able to decently find the rows, should easily go in. If occasionally they get a little off from the front and back, like not, I just have to hold them a little bit different. I mean, and you just work your way through. We will put the fiber fill in as we get closer on the other side, which you really want to go around most of it before then. You can see how the ear was a little kind of wonky, but just going around it evens it out. Have those like step looks to it. Just make sure always you're going through both. One at the time when I was doing the chenille with the Parfait Chunky, I didn't go through both sides. And luckily I noticed it before I finished, and I took it out just about 10 stitches and was able to fix it. So just double check that you're going through. And right here, see, it's a little bit hard to get through, so I'm going to have to adjust. There we go. And that's okay when it does that. Just adjust it and keep going. So I'm just checking to see if it has any holes or anything. It looks good. So that's how I checked and found my mistake with my chenille one, and then I was able to easily go back and fix it. So it's getting a little clumsy. I'll try to keep it in camera view here. But just keep working around. When we get down here to these foundation stitches, where we started our chain, you can just work in them. So no need to put extra stitches down here. Here's the tail end. I'm going to put it inside and then work these two together, just working into each stitch. All right, when you feel like there's enough space in there for some fiber fill and you've got like a little pouch, you can go ahead and start filling your bunny. So I'm going to do that here. And of course I'll grab some more, so I'll have it right here nearby. Let me grab some more fiber fill and put some more in here. And obviously you can keep doing it as we go. This is just the bottom. So I'm going to go a little bit more and then I'll put some more stuffing in. All right, let's grab some more fiber fill and put them inside. All right, now keep working around the ears. I mean, the same thing. We're going to the side of the head here, and then you're going to work the ear, turn in the corner. So just keep working one single crochet inside of each row. And it's really up to you where you stop and put in your fiber fill. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. Just I felt like when I got a certain amount done, I would go ahead and just put some in. You could even wait all the way till it's just the top and just put all of it in that way. Completely optional. So I like him kind of more stuffed. Honestly, when I made this first one, I like the amount of stuffing. But this one, I feel like I understuffed. Like, it kind of, you can see that it just doesn't have enough stuffing in it. So I'm going to redo this and do more stuffing. I don't stuff the ears, though. It's something, neither one of them have any stuffing. That's up to you. So I don't stuff the ears. I just stuff the body. And then just keep working your single crochet. And again, just tuck your yarn tails inside. And where you place that 3 single crochet at the top of the ear is really up to you. Oh, my yarn just pulled out there. Hold on. Grab it. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do actually 2 and then 1 next to it. Usually you do 3. Or just, it really doesn't matter as long as you turn that corner. So there's not a real right or wrong here as long as everything gets. So I'm going to check it out. See this, does it look rounded? And to me it does. So I'm going to keep going. So the other ones I made, I did actually put 3 single crochet in like 1 stitch at the top. This one for some reason just looked a little bit different. So it is not wrong to do that. It's not wrong to do 3 stitches in 1 turn the corner either. So as long as it looks good to you, it is fine. So I'm going to go down here and I'm going to try to shove all my yarn tails in here. I have several because the ears took some. And then I'm going to do 1 more bit of adding fiber fill. This piece is not cooperating. I'll just take that stitch out, try it again. There we go, it's a little bit better. I'll work down. Okay, sorry, just getting it, pushing my ends in here. Go ahead and make sure that all of our little tails are tucked nicely inside. I honestly don't weave them in. You're welcome to do that first if you like, but I just tuck them down inside there. All right, last stitch of the ear. Grab that and pull it through. And let's see, go in and kind of in between the ear and the body here. And then the stitch right here in the very center that we skipped, you want to make sure you line those up. So let me grab one in the back. I'm sorry, I make it hard to, he's getting a little unwieldy, makes it hard to get him on camera very well. So there we go, tucking my ends in, getting through both the front and the back, that middle stitch that we skipped. And now's the time, if you have any more fiber fill you want to put in, now's the time to do it, because we're about to close up that second ear. So I said I erred on the side of too little in the last one I made, so I'm going to put a little bit more in here. Make sure. And then close up the rest of that ear. All right, when we get to this point, we're going to clip our yarn tail and do an invisible join. So pull the yarn through, go 2 stitches away from where you joined, pull it through that stitch, and then find the stitch where this came out of the middle of. For me, it's right here. I know it's kind of hard to see, I'm sorry, with this. So just do the best you can, weaving that end in. That's how I do mine. And then I'm going to take my yarn needle, and I will weave in this, just this last end. So that it only makes 1 end to weave in, so really not too bad. And then your little bunny is all set, all finished. Now, one thing I did end up doing, I did a poll on Instagram and asked everyone if it needed a tail or not. And so let me grab my little pom-poms I have here. There's my pom-poms. So I ended up putting a little pom-pom on the other one to have a little tail. So just like glue or stitch a pom-pom on if you like a tail on the back, or you could make one with the yarn or with the other yarn, and it's all set.